just work in progress every day.
You got a better pass rush against UCF than you had before. What was the kind of the key to get that going?
Probably one is just Sione, did a really good job. Same schemes really that we've been running. Probably got him in longer yardage situations a little more where he had to hold the ball and they had to throw the ball down the field a little more. Played a little more man-free, tightened it up a little bit, and probably made him hold it just a little bit longer. I think we had a really good idea of what they were going to do in their blocking scheme and when. They were pretty predictable. So I think we did a pretty good job overall that way.
A lot of younger guys got a chance to play against Central Florida. That's good for their individual progress, but does it retard maybe the whole defensive progress as a whole?
It doesn't matter. I think that's irrelevant because this is our defense right now. So our defense is progressing. So who's out there is our defense, and so we got to progress no matter who's in there. So.
Are you planning on having Craig Saturday?
Not sure yet. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know.
What does the defense lose with Craig being out?
A big hit, big hitter. I think just the kind of physicality, but I think that's the main thing.
Of Levitt and Fua, is one more likely than the other to play this weekend?
Not sure yet with those guys either, to tell you. The honest truth is I don't know if any of those three are going to play. If they do, it's good. If they don't, then we just got to go.
On the cornerback situation, are you going to rotate those three guys for two spots, or are you going to bring like maybe Trent and Trammell?
No, I'm not bringing anybody up. We're just going to probably maybe rotate, try Harvey a little bit in the boundary, Jackson, and then Sky would be like an emergency guy. So just, the three, JP, Mike, and Rob, and then Harvey would probably be the fourth, and then if it was an emergency, Sky.
Only 3 teams nationally are seeing more pass attempts per game against them than you guys are on defense right now. Is your rush defense, I'm not going to say too good, but you defend it so well, the teams are seeing what they can take and they just do it too frequently?
I think that they're seeing that, but it's not like, if you look at the game and you study the film, they're getting in totally different groups. Like Central Florida went completely away from their offense. Like they hadn't been under center all year. And then we show up there in 2 tight ends and they're under center. And what they're doing is they're trying to run the ball with a bigger, get one more guy in there, and then what it does is it's max protection. But the bottom line is you got to stop the run. If you want to defend the kind of passes that you can actually stop, you got to defend the run on first down, and you got to play the play action routes on first down. It's difficult when they max protect. There's not a whole lot of anything you can do but cover the ball down the field, and so those are the things we're seeing. We're seeing max protection on early downs, getting one-on-one man coverage down the field with maybe a middle post. You're not going to get pass rush because they're blocking with 7 or 8 unless you want to send 8 or 9, and we got to defend those passes. And then if we can get them into a spread passing game when it's third down, we're going to win because we're better than most teams. Our nickel package is better. So I think the approach that people are taking is that if you want to get, that was definitely Utah State's approach. Max Pro, chuck it up. Use Central Florida, Max Pro, chuck it up, and it's been successful. And if you were to go back, like take the Utah State game, for example. If you go watch that in 2012 when we were really good on defense, the amount of shots they took down the field, there were some foul balls that they missed, and there were some ones that we covered, but the game plan was identical, and that's what it's been. And so I think we have a really good idea of what we're going to see. We just got to do a better job of stopping it.
Moving Bronson to linebacker, has that been a successful switch?
Good. So far, so good, yeah. Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, he's our best will linebacker, so yeah, it is.
Can he cover in space?
He doesn't have to cover in space. We rush him. He's not a cover guy. If we're covering Bronson Kafusi, then we're stupid. He's a rush guy. We rush him. We don't drop him. He drops like twice a game, and probably had one of the best buzz drops I've seen out of any of our guys, Kyle Van Noy included. A week ago, the quarterback made a heck of a throw, but if you think we're wasting time spending, hey, Bronson, let's work on our coverage at practice, we're not. We're working on rushing, getting to the quarterback and playing the run. That's what the will is in our defense, not a cover guy. So he's at the end.
What did you learn about some of the younger guys in that UCF game that got a chance to play defense?
It just verified, like, Sione played good, but we knew that. He's our best pass rusher. Fred Warner is good. We knew that. Kai Nakua, I said this, like, before, but the further away you get from the ball, the more trust I got to have in you. And so the trust issue going with Kai, he knows I didn't trust him. I was forced to throw him in, and he proved me wrong, and he played good. Kai Nakua is a good player. He's a really good player. So those guys played well. Mike Davis is playing pretty good, young guys. So I like what they're doing.